So I have my two layers, the desert and the planet. And because I want to put the planet behind the desert, what I need to do is drag this earth layer behind the desert. Now you can't see it, right? Okay? We need to reveal it. Well, I can turn off the top layer, but that's not going to quite do it. We want to erase this background here and reveal the planet behind it, right? So what we're going to do first is this thing called alpha channel. If any picture you get off the internet, probably 80% of them don't have the alpha channel enabled. And with that, see, I'm going to right click on the layer, go to alpha channel, and you see the checker boxes? That checker box means that if I take my eraser and erase here, it'll reveal through. If I don't do that, let me undo. If I don't do that and I go for erasing, it's going to be white. It's just going to erase to white because it has a base, let's call it a back support for the picture that's white. Well, we got to take that off. So this trick of right click, add alpha channel, makes it so that whatever you erase comes through. See? So I can kind of continue erasing through here and make that planet appear as if it's in the background there. Hang on a second, let me pause. So I can continue erasing here with this big brush, but you know what I'm going to want to do is resize my brush. That's my eraser, is a brush, right? I'm going to resize it, and then I'm going to control scroll in and get closer to the edge of the earth, or in this case, our kind of pretend earth here, right? And then, you know, I'm going to make my brush smaller so I can get in here and not harm the cool foreground, right? And I can scroll up. I'm scrolling, so I can move around and finish my kind of thing. Make the night sky. You know? And then I can make my brush smaller and get closer and so on, right? You get the idea, right? Well, you know, so that idea of erasing the foreground to get at the background to make this really cool looking landscape that, you know, is fictitious, pretend. You can do it with anything. Imagine a city and like a big Stewie in the background, right? You can do that. You can kind of keep erasing, right? And, you know, I can do this all day. But then I probably want to change the foreground a little bit to look a little more different colorish. So what I would do is click on the desert, go to my colors, and mess around with things like hue and colorize and balance and so forth. So I select it and I go, ooh, look at that, right? Maybe like green planet, you know. Change the saturation, I don't know, lightness. I don't know, I'm not liking it. I'm going to mess around a little bit. You know, red planet, right? We want a red planet. So let's try to find a red here. Saturation, red. Like a red planet. So this is like a planet and there's Earth, right? You know, that's the idea. You kind of create an illusion by erasing layers. Okay? So I want you to do that. I want you to take two pictures, any two pictures. You can take, and my last class people were, you know, having fun with taking someone's head and putting it on another head. So I want you guys to do that. One thing you got to keep in mind is resizing. All right? Everybody look here again, please. If these so happen to be the exact same size, so I kind of lucked out. But you might get that the planet is too big or the desert's too big. Whichever it is, you select it and you use the scale button. You click on it. Scroll out a little bit so you can see these little handles here, and I can resize it. You know, bring it down, grab the middle, relocate it, and hit scale. Look at the difference. Now I got this smaller looking planet. It looks like it's further away. Alright? Yeah, I got to put in some black sky here, but I can do that later. So, there you have it. Mess around with that.